My many years old rain jacket has a smooth, somewhat flexible, seemingly plastic object sewn into the upper arm of the right sleeve only. What is this? I feel like I've had jackets with this piece before, and I really couldn't tell you. Oh, yeah. I have had that in there before. I don't think they're in every jacket, but I am super curious about this one. Radar reflector for avalanche rescue purposes. Oh, that's interesting. I had no idea. Not all your outdoor apparel and gear comes equipped with integrated Reco reflectors. Huh, well that's kinda cool. Found several glass tubes filled with some brown gas in a school science lab. Are you sure they're filled with a brown gas? And not just, I don't know, really old dirty poopy water or oil or something like that? It does look incredibly familiar though. I feel like I've seen something with multiple versions of this exact tube. Very carefully put them down. Most likely is that these contain bromine or bromine. It's not the worst thing in the world, but you sure as hell don't want a lung full of it if you break the glass tube. Why bromine? I think that's how you say it. What's the educational value of a glass tube of bromine gas? It's stored in a glass tube like that to keep it from evaporating. Bromine is so volatile it will evaporate out of any other container super quick. To use it, you melt the end of the tube off, pour out what you need, and then seal the tube again with a torch. If it's in a school, it could be used to demonstrate condensation/evaporation. Never intended to be unsealed. Yeah, I'm sure that they were not going to be melting it, pouring, and remelting. I don't think they're going to be doing that in a school. Found this cage thing behind my house where crews were cleaning up for a bike trail. It's about 3 feet tall, and it opens up. Oh god. I'm pretty sure on that prison island from Pirates of the Caribbean 2, people were put into these suckers until they died. Could be this is originally farm equipment, a bale feeder, that has been adopted by some BDSM enthusiasts. I could see that. Yeah, okay, I could see that. If you're into this sort of thing, there you go. A cage that you can hang with the rope from the ceiling. I'm gonna leave you in there for 3 days. Is that hot? Is that sexy to you, you little freak? Very small doors/openings in old house. Well, those are for the mice. What, you don't know what those are for? If they're not for the mice, they're for the gnomes. My mother-in-law bought this house built in the early 1900s in Denver. On the first floor, there are these 2 doors. One leads to the basement, and the second leads outside from the kitchen. They are very small. About the height of a soda can. Doors for a model train set. As doubtful as this is my favorite idea. Same. Actually, yes. You know what? As doubtful as that is, as that person said, this has to be the real reason, right? I mean, come on, think about it. Wait, could we build one of those Mario Kart, like remote control car levels through these doors? I know you said one of them goes to the basement, but I feel like we could build the coolest course of all time. Cat door. I'd love to have lockable cat doors if I want them to stay out for a time. Definitely not big enough for a typical cat to use comfortably as the owner would intend. You haven't seen how tiny a space cats can slip through. Smallish cats only need a few inches to squeeze through. If their head fits, the rest usually does. Opie said it's the height of a soda can, which is almost 5 inches. Even if this is only around 4 inches, it would be more than enough to easily fit, again, a smallish or average cat. Maybe not a big boy. I do like the idea of being able to lock them out or in. I mean, I'm not really a proponent of outdoor cats, really, at this point, but, you know, whatever. This definitely feels better than, I don't know, if you catch one of them running up and it's got a bird or a rat in its mouth or something like that. I've seen people that have their cats who are able to go in and out freely, and they'll bring animals inside. I found this egg thing at a beach. It floats in water and is really, really hard. Also, the text says Maxer. Huh. Well, maybe you found the world's most interesting Easter egg. That is just straight up an egg, though. It's an egg surrogate. I'll use chickens as an example. Sometimes my chickens lay a fertile egg, or when they do, they get broody. So my wife will take one of these surrogates and carefully switch it for the real egg and take the real egg to the incubator. That way, the angry chicken can still feel like she's sitting on her egg, but there's no need to worry about damage due to angry, moody chicken. Yep. Also used as a training tool to teach young hens where to leave the eggs. My chickens would be so confused on a golf course, as I use golf balls to train your hens. Well, that's interesting. I guess custom-made product for just such an occasion? And something else that does the job just as well. What is this oddly shaped sink used for? Wow, you were not kidding about it being oddly shaped. Ugly home, ugly accents, very ugly counter, and a sink that does not look like it's useful in any way, shape, or form. It's a prep sink. sink. Okay, the curved copper prep sink by Who Cares has a truly unique curved shape that will make all of your food prep duties a breeze. The how and the why are conspicuously absent. It's a design thing, so actual functionality and explanations about the how and why are not needed. I guess. It doesn't look cool, though. It's unique, I will give it that. It is certainly unique, but as we know, unique does not mean useful or good. This is probably quite a hindrance, in all honesty. 2 red and blue patches titled Came the Yawn and One Eye Closed Here. What? Wait, hold on. Does this have to do with, I don't know, a book? I'm sorry, my brain is working at about 10,000 miles an hour now to try and, figure out what it could be. I feel like there's something bookmark related here. Bookmarks! Okay, so they are bookmarks. Put them over the corner of the page, words facing the page you're on to mark your spot. What do the words mean? They're just jokes about how they fell asleep reading the book. I'd say they're jokingly practical. You put the red one on the page where you start yawning and the gray one where you start closing an eye, then you might be able to recall where you stopped reading once you wake up. I guess that could be helpful. It could also be a good way to, in your tiredness, for lack of better terminology, because better terminology never comes to my brain, you could put the yawn one at the beginning of, obviously, you're yawning, you're feeling tired, put the gray one down for when you finally go to bed, and then if you need a recap, your recap is already marked, and you can just, breeze over the text and then get right going again where you left off. It could also be incredibly helpful if you stopped reading that book for a long period of time, like maybe a few weeks or even a month or something like that. You can just give yourself a slight recap for the context of the situations that you were in and where you left off. Found in the oven after cooking Thanksgiving meal. 3 inches. Solid, light, and stiff. It kinda looks like some sort of, decorative item or kitchen utensil that somehow made its way in there on accident and just melted and condensed. It looks like a melted ink pen. Is there a hole in the left silver end? Melted pen. We are Gators greenriver.edu. Solved. I took a class at Green River several years ago. This sub, man. Dude, it is truly amazing. One of the best corners of Reddit. They could almost make a TV series out of solves like this. Dude, I gotta say, that is massively impressive. I think Reddit, in terms of being detectives and hunting stuff down, definitely works best as a community when they're not hunting down criminals or anything like that. They're a lot better with just finding random inconsequential like this. That's why this subreddit is so fun. Genuinely fun. Strange object appeared attached to my mailbox today. Does it look like a little... Well, no, I guess it's not. That doesn't look like you can actually bend it or adjust it in any way. Some kind of crank. That's weird. Okay. Oh, okay, now we get a better picture. It kind of looks like a broken car phone mount that someone stuck on there just for no reason. It's a magnetic phone holder, car dashboard, windshield car phone holder mount with flexible arm and built-in strong magnet suction cup phone holder for car compatible with all smartphones. Wow, okay. The other mailbox surface is probably too rough to attach it to, and yours is super shiny. The part that holds the device is broken. Too rough to attach it to. This. You can take it off by lifting the section that's above the little tab. Yeah, it's just a suction cup device, right? Or no, you did say magnetic. Well, no, wouldn't mount magnetically to the car. Who cares? I was correct. I rarely am. As you all know, I'm only half correct. Possibly someone dropped or discarded it, and another, finding it, stuck it to your mailbox thinking the owner would be looking for it. Sounds almost too simple to be true, but then there's Occam's razor. Yeah, I'd agree with that sentiment. I will. I'll go with that just for my own sanity. Pottery found at the thrift store. Artist doesn't have social media. It has metal hooks inside. Metal hooks. Okay. Is that meant to be for like a tea bag that doesn't have the little string and tag on the end of it? Is that kind of like you shove one of the bags in there? Because if you're the type of person that likes to keep the tea bag in the tea the whole time for some reason, that could be a way to do it. Because that also looks like, it's like a dumb little mug of sorts. Something to dip their brushes into and then squeeze out the excess water between the wires? It's for this. I phoned the shop that sells her work and asked because I am insane. Okay, so it's for painting, not for drinking out of. Gotcha. All right. I went a completely different direction. Not less valid, mind you. It's all about guessing, folks. Metal shards inside the shower head of the place I'm renting? What are these and why are they in there? Oh, that does not look like something that was put in there on purpose. Kind of glad you took the shower head off. It looked like it needed a little bit of maintenance. Good lord. Strange object found on the shoreline in the UK. Smells very pleasant and has a distinctive smell almost like some sort of perfume or aftershave. Melts similar to wax when heat is applied to it. Weighs around 200 grams. Any ideas what it is? That's not something I would have picked up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care how it smells, I'd just be leaving that thing there. It kind of just looks like a rock. Why the hell did you pick that thing up? Another vote for ambergris. $27 a gram, so you have about $5,000 to $5,500 worth here. Oh, okay. You see how I said I wouldn't pick it up? Well, that would be my bad. That would be my problem, okay? That could be a, whew, if that is true, wow. Well, this is what we have suspected it is, but extremely hard to find any professional verification. It's a very niche market, likely solved. Congratulations on your very expensive whale excrement. Didn't know whale smelled good. What the hell? What's the value for again? I'm not really in the know for this sort of thing, so I don't know why it would be worth $5,000. Small plastic spoons with brown substance, individually packaged and found in a public park, exposed to the elements. That is really scary. Found in a public park. I don't know what the shit is in there, but that seems incredibly dangerous and suspect. I don't care what's in there. Okay, I will care what's in there. If these aren't suspicious and strange, it's just, maybe it's the location. You know, they look really dirty and creepy and they were left in a public park. That just screams creepy to me. Hopefully that's not the case. Maybe there's something completely normal, but anyway. Tamarind? I've never seen that word. You have Hispanics in the neighborhood would be my guess. Hit up a liquor store and get a fresh pack and try them out. Okay, so it isn't something creepy, it's just they looked like that because they looked discarded in a very suspicious place. That doesn't look like a trash can at all, so whatever. That sounds a lot better. Thank goodness they're not really dangerous or weird or something like that. Antique table found in the UK with a secret compartment full of hidden wires. Cute table, real nice. What the hell? Okay. I got no clue. Found this today. The shop owner thinks it's something to do with faking seances. Oh, age would be about right. Solid wood has a hidden nut and bolt on the underside, which opens up the top and reveals a secret compartment. It's full of electric wires. They don't go anywhere or attach to anything. On each side of the table, there's a little hole that's drilled, only just wide enough for a wire to come out. Wondering why you would need to hide electrics inside a table? Would make sense if you wanted a fake spirit activity with lights and sounds. Wanted to get opinions on ideas from you before I bought it. Wouldn't be interested if it was actually just something totally mundane. Alright, so this person has the correct answer, but it may be buried in the comments. This is an electrophone table. The first live streaming. Looking beyond the one-to-one or person-to-person model of telephones we know and understand today, Bell and others suggested that the telephone could be used for one-to-many communication across the Western world, from Budapest to Dallas. Engineers set to work creating circular telephones that would be used to live stream entertainment into the home. In France, Clement Adair had great success in placing microphones along the footlights of theatrical performances and running telephone cables through the Parisian sewer network. The theaterphone was created in 1881, and shortly after, a company in England bought the British patent for this technology. The electrophone arrived in England, and the London Electrophone Company started trading in 1895. Okay, maybe not as mystical and magical as you thought, but that's still really, really cool. I would buy that table. My friend found this on her coffee table. It's made of metal and bracelet-sized, but no closure to put it on. What is this thing? It does just look like a goofy bracelet, but maybe it's more. Maybe it unlocks the secrets to the ether. Tie chain. Little hoop hangs in a button of the dress shirt, and the tie goes through the chain. It prevents the tie from moving around too much and ending up cattywampus. Holy shit! Cattywampus? Now that is a word you do not hear anymore, but thank God Adam Huey is out here keeping that alive. Also, interesting. I would not have guessed that at all, because I've worn a tie 10 times in my life. I bought this dish in a thrift store thinking it might be good for tacos. It wasn't ideal. What's its actual purpose? Okay. I could see why you would think that, though. It sucks that it's not really ideal, unfortunately. Looks like a toast rack to me. So it is for bread. Thank you. I've never heard of a toast rack before. Maybe I'm dumb, but does it have any purpose other than looking aesthetically pleasing? Like, why not just put the toast on a plate, saving space? It keeps the toast crisp as it cools. Toast laid on a plate will get soggy as moisture can condenses underneath it. Aha! Yes, that is true. So yeah, I actually kind of want one of these dishes. I want to make more toast. It's just burning the bread a little. That's awesome. It's such a simple idea, you know? You mix that with egg butter and you're golden, okay? Small tub next to big tub, no drain. Oh, that's for your, let me think here. That's for your potato salad while you take a bath. You just fill that on up and you're good to go. I'm thinking it was a spot for an artificial plant. The rest of the aesthetic seems just right for the time when designers thought it was a good idea. It is exactly for this. My parents had the same thing in their master bath, and it's a place for plants, or that's how they use it. I personally would use it as a wine chiller. Gotta relax while you're in there. Aha! Now that is a pretty damn good idea, I gotta admit. That's actually a very interesting thing to think about, though, putting a plant next to your bath, or artificial or not. I mean, I feel like a real one would be more fun, but I'd also feel kind of strange having a little biological creature sitting next to me as I lay in the bathtub. I don't know. But yeah, just looking at the darker aesthetic design of this room, a plant would go really, really nice here. But, as I said, I kinda like the guy's wine idea. I don't know about you, but it sounds pretty good to me.